Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Sharing My Life. And today I want to share with you all. Firstly, I want to say a big thank you to everyone. I've reached episode 9, and it's pretty awesome. It's nerve-wracking every time I'm here, but it's because of all your encouraging remarks and likes on my posts, on my live videos, that I'm here again, episode 9. So today I want to share with you all what my 12-year-old son, Damien, he's my youngest, taught me about life. And today he's 16. So anyway, I used to drive him to school and drive him home from school. And when I used to pick him up from school, I would try and engage in conversation with him. And I used to ask him, how was your day today, Damien? And he would say, yes, good or bad, give me these monosyllable answers, teenage boys. I shouldn't say generalized, but anyway, that's what happened. And so I thought if I wanted something different, if I wanted more, some more information about his day and have him talking to me, I better change the question. Hello, who's this? Maurice and Marissa and Nan. Hello. Yes, I thought I'd change the question, and I changed it to, so Damien, what happened in school today? Anyway, he says, one day he said, answer that question by saying, Mom, a few of us boys from school, as part of our program today, we took our instruments and we went down to the nursing home and we played music for the elderly people. And I'm saying, wow, that's really awesome, Damien. They must have loved it. And he says, I'm not so sure. I said, what do you mean? I said, they would have loved you young boys coming there with your instruments and playing for them. And he says, no, Mom, they must have, I think they were all like over 100 years old or something, because some of them were sitting in wheelchairs and some of them were looking up and some of them were looking down and they were looked a bit spaced out. So I said, well, I'm sure they would have enjoyed it. And I said, anyway, isn't it sad, Damien, that we become like that when we get old? We become almost like vegetables. And he says very casually, he says, no, I don't think it's sad. And I said, come on, it's a sad thing, when we get old, we become like that. And he says, no, not really, Mom. And so I got a bit curious. I said, why do you say that? It's not sad. And he said, you ready for this one? He threw me. He looks at me and he says, Mom, one day you're going to be like that. And I'm saying, excuse me? And he says, yeah, one day you're going to be like that. And one day I'm going to be like that. And Mom, that's life. And I kind of almost braked the car, because it was actually quite a profound moment when he said that, just the way he looked at old age. And I looked at him and I said, wow, I said, Damien, that's pretty profound. And it's a great way to look at it. And thank you for that. And I'm really sorry that I was imposing my views of it being sad. And he said, no, that's okay, Mom. And then the conversation ended there. And I was thinking to myself how easily, as a parent, I impose my views on my son and my children of what I think of certain things, instead of just being curious about them and their views, And for him, just thinking that old age, or that, when you really become so old as a vegetable, is not a sad thing, it gives him a better context for life, in the sense that he can really enjoy his life now and have a great life, knowing that someday he's going to be like that. Whereas for me, if I thought that was sad, well, I'm going to feel sad, get sadder about it, So he had a much more empowering context around old age than I did. Well, that was one thing. Just to give you on the similar topic, I was at a girlfriend's house. This was going back about 15 years ago when my kids were small, and it was her daughter's birthday. And she had this bunch of girls, little kids, sitting in a circle on the carpet, and beautiful children. And one of them was this lovely dark-skinned girl. She was an Indian girl, I think. And I said to my girlfriend, I said, who's that girl? What's her name? She was really pretty. And she said to me, which one? So I said, the black one. And she said, shh, don't say that. And I said, don't say what? And she says, don't call her black. And I said, why not? I said, you're black and I'm black. What's wrong with black? So, if there was a bunch of black girls and there was a white girl there, I'd say the white girl. So I'm sharing the story because I just want to share how easily we pass on our own views and even prejudices. There's something wrong with calling somebody black, and I do get that's also come down from society, but it's so important for us to check how what we pass on to our children. And one of my favorite poems by Khalil Gibran, I'm going to just read it to you very quickly, on children. He says that your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. And it goes on. I won't read the whole thing. But yeah, basically, so important. I learned that day from Damien to really listen to him. My kids are pretty straight in their communication with me. They don't keep quiet. If they don't agree with something I say, they just tell me off. So I actually learn more from my kids. And I'm right now at that point in my life where I really think they have more to teach me than I have to teach them. Because they're so not spoilt as they don't have so many strong views that I grew up with, from society. We just kind of inherit it. So yeah, and that's my share for today. And next week, I'm going to share a really awesome story about my same son, Damien, what he taught me about communication, which was really beautiful. And today something happened which really moved me. And had me looking at the way I communicate with him. And I'm so excited to share that with you next week. But before I go, I want to say hi to Mary. Hi, Mary and Nikki, my goddess. And Alex, oh my God, how exciting. Mwah, love you all. I'm actually going off just now to spend the day with my daughter, Alicia, and my little juicy, delicious grandson. If you hear on the news flash, grandma eats up grandson, that's me. He is so gorgeous and so delicious, and I absolutely love him to death, and I get to spend the whole of Wednesday with him, and that's where I'm heading right now. So thank you for being over here, and I will see you next week. Bye.